Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a color photo into a template image for many Luban functions. A template image is a black and white image. So let's open Luban. The functions that we are going to use is two-dimensional image processing algorithms. So these algorithms are collectively listed in 2D window. So we'll first switch to the 2D window. Then I'm going to drag this image into Luban. This is a very clean image. It means we don't have to do a lot of noise reduction. And this image is provided by Luban user David. Many users have the problem that how do we create a template image? Ideally, the region of the object will be white and the background will be black in the template image. In Luban 2D window, you can go to Tool, Threshold, and Manual. So that is usually the first step that I would do. I would do a manual threshold of the image. Given that the background was white and the object was in color region, I can probably easily differentiate the background from the foreground using a manually adjustable threshold. For instance, this is pretty good. I'm not looking at any features inside the object. I'm only looking at the boundary, whether the boundary is clear or not. For instance, if I go too high, then the boundary is noisy. You can see the noisy boundary. That is not a good threshold. I need to reduce it so that the boundary is fairly clean and free from noise. And many of the users must ask the question, what about the inner white region inside the boundary? As long as these inner white regions are not scattered around, as long as they are concentrated in some area, we can easily use a manual drawing tool to remove them. So I'll set the threshold probably to something like this, and I click OK. So the background currently is white, and the foreground is black. We can easily convert it to the other way. We can easily invert the intensity. Let's not worry about this first. Let's deal with the inner region that is white. For instance, there are white pixels on the tongue, teeth, and eyes. We can go to Tool, then Data. We are going to manipulate pixel data. And then Set Polygon or Set Freeform. Both are polygons. Freeform is a polygon that you can drag and draw, while the polygon selection is a polygon that you click and draw. You can try the freeform by yourself. I'm going to drag the polygon. So the polygon is outside the image region. That is okay. I'm going to draw all the white pixels inside the polygon. Then the dialog box asks me which value would I like to set the interior of the polygon. I want to set it to 0. 0 is black. Okay, now I have cleaned everything. Now, there are still small white pixels, and I can use the toolbar shortcut Set Rectangle, which is Tool Data Set Rectangle. Okay, I'm going to set the rectangle to black. So how can I make sure there are not remaining pixels? Firstly, if there are 1 or 2 pixels remaining in the black region, it doesn't matter. If you really want to guarantee there is no white dots in the black region, you can use this function. This is called labeling, which is Tool Geometry Labeling. And the shortcut is labeling. And use the default value. It detects any white region in the image. So it detects 4 objects. Obviously, this one is the first one. That's the second one. And there must be the other two tiny white pixels. Okay, here there is another one. There must be another one somewhere. Okay, that means we have black dots. There are different ways to remove the black dots, but I'm going to just be lazy and use a very simple method. By looking at the dots and draw a rectangle around it, we need to find another one. There is supposedly another one. Maybe that's the one. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, I can't find the third one. Let's do another. I can't find the last one. Let's do another check. 3 objects. Okay, 1, 2, oh, 3. 1, 2, 3. These 3 are disconnected white regions, so we do not have any remaining white dots in the black region. We are doing good. Okay, there are rectangular boxes. If you find this annoying, you just click draw and delete all. It doesn't matter. Now we have the template image, but it's not quite the template image we want. We want invert the color, because in little fan function, we want to have the foreground white, background black. That is it. Invert. This is the invert function, and I'm going to save the template image as a PNG. File export PNG. There is difference between JPEG and PNG. When I save a template image, I prefer to save as PNG because PNG is lossless compression. JPEG is lossy compression. So I prefer lossless. There is no loss in details. TEMPLAT, template. So that's all. That is pretty much all, and we need to do a test. I'm going to go back to 3D window and do a test on little fan. I will test on the little fan box function. Select the template. That's the template. Select the photo. Oh my God. Many of you encountered the same problem. It's not aligned. It's not very well aligned. And some of you may solve the problem by adjusting center Y, center X. For example, some user may move the pixel, the image 10% up, 0.1, hit the enter. Oh, it is up, it's too much. Maybe 0.3. Yeah, that looks good, but there is still some misalignment. The correct way in dealing with the misalignment is not through manipulating center X, center Y, or even scale. When Luban gets the template, as you can see, the template is only the white region. There is a distance between the template to the border. In this particular image, there is nearly no border on the left, no border on the bottom, no border on the right. They are touching the actual image border. But on the top one, on the top region, there is a clear border distance. In the template image, you can click label, OK, and let it detect a tight bounding box around the template. Right-click on the bounding box, click property. You will get the coordinate of the bounding box. As you can see, on the first one is the left coordinate. So the left one also has a 4-pixel border. I'm going to select it and press Ctrl+C, copy the parameter. Then I'll go back to the photo and click crop. I can randomly select any region and then paste the coordinates that was just copied. Click OK. Now in the new photo, there is no border. The object all touching the full border of the image, top, bottom, left, right. There is no extra border pixels. And this is the image that we want. The idea behind this process is Luban does know the size of the template, but it doesn't know from the photo where it should start. You may input a photo of the same size, but you may input a photo of a very different size. The template is still going to try to match the photo pixels. So from the photo, it can't tell which pixels to use, which pixels to ignore. Therefore, what Luban algorithm does is it basically uses the entire image and trying to match with the whole region. Therefore, you have to make sure there is no extra border. Then we are saving export. You can save as JPEG or PNG, doesn't matter, because even if it is lossy, it could be okay for the photo. Saving this as photo crop. I'm going to close it. So the photo is the original one with border. The template is the black and white image. We did not crop the template image. We only cropped the photo. So on the second test, I'm going to load the photo crop. Wow, it's perfectly aligned. Very well aligned on the template, shape. And you can go with different methods that requires a template and a photo. So this is the stencil little fan, and also perfectly aligned. That is all. I hope this video tutorial is helpful for you to understand how to make a template from a photo and how to crop the photo to match with the template in many Luban functions, such as in stencil little fan, box little fan, or photo magic painting method. Last but not the least, we are only dealing with a very clean image. This is really clean. If you want to convert a photo with natural image, with trees, mountains at the background, and people at the foreground, you want to extract the people, to differentiate from the background mountain trees. That is a very complicated process, and I recommend you to use Photoshop, for instance, to do a ray tracing in order to extract the black and white image. That's all. Thank you for your attention.